My name is Jalen Makatengai, and I'm a junior from Elmhurst, Illinois, majoring in material science and engineering with a minor in physics. I've been participating in undergraduate research with Professor Strachan, studying the response of materials under extreme conditions, and I hope to attend graduate school to obtain a PhD and ultimately teach related courses at the university level. When I'm not hard at work in the classroom, I am the Ambassador Chair-elect for the Purdue chapter of Materials Advantage. I also serve as the External Affairs Chair for Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honor Society, and I'm a member of the tennis club. I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Kayla Calvert, who is being recognized as an outstanding materials engineer by the Purdue School of Materials Engineering. Dr. Calvert has demonstrated a history of overseeing production, research and development of existing and new titanium alloys for mill products on a global scale. As Global Director for Metallurgical Engineering for TIMET, a fully integrated producer of titanium, the materials that he manages directly impact the aerospace, industrial, and defense industries. These critical materials enable advances in system performance and alloy development to provide steady streams of high-quality material forms in a wide range of applications. Dr. Calvert holds 2 U.S. patents related to biomedical cardiovascular materials and has published 9 papers in peer-reviewed literature and reviews conference proceedings during all stages of her career. Her leadership within TIMET and involvement within professional societies has helped to ensure that the titanium alloy field continues to advance. For her significant contributions in the research, development, and production of titanium alloys for high-performance applications across industries, the School of Materials Engineering is proud to name Kayla Calvert as one of Purdue's outstanding materials engineers.
If you told me when I was a little girl that I would go on to graduate with 3 degrees from Purdue Materials Engineering, my younger self would have probably looked at you a little cross-eyed, maybe even crazy. The odds were stacked against me. First, my dad was a diehard IU fan who had me convinced it was the way. Second, no one in my family had completed college. And third, I had no idea what an engineer even was. Fortunately, I had a couple of teachers when I was in the 6th grade in Evansville that took notice of how high my math scores were. And after receiving my standardized testing scores, they took me aside to tell me that with those kinds of scores, I could be an engineer. I had no idea what an engineer even was, but that really fascinated me. And it's what first piqued my interest in engineering. The following year, my dad's job actually moved us to Lafayette, which of course is in the backyard to Purdue. And after high school, I certainly was not going to Purdue. I actually started school at Mississippi State, where I played softball. As fate would have it, I had an injury and I had to move back home. Since Purdue was close by, I enrolled to keep medical insurance. So despite saying I'd never go to Purdue, there I was. But from the moment I talked with Vicki Klein and I met the staff, I knew that Purdue Materials Engineering Department was where I needed to be. I graduated with my undergrad. We had 13 in our class. So it was really a tight-knit family, and I'm thankful for my friends that I graduated with and still stay in touch with from that class. After undergrad, I decided I wasn't done at Purdue. I stayed for both my master's and PhD degrees. I was blessed to have the opportunity to be awarded with an NSF EPC fellowship to spend time on research in Australia during my PhD, and I was selected as a scholar to work in Germany. Those were incredible opportunities. When I look back at the journey, I'd say as much as I tried to fight it, I was destined to be at Purdue. I met my husband there, and he is a 2-time graduate. I have so many fond memories that I could go on and on about, but a few key people to thank during my time at Purdue. Of course, Dr. Kevin Trumbull, who was my advisor for both my master's and PhD degrees. I also want to thank Vicki, Donna, Patty, and Kathy, who did all of the office magic behind the scenes for the department. And of course, the professors, from the new guy, Dr. Trice, to Dr. Bowman, Dr. Slamovich, Dr. Crane, Dr. Webster, and Dr. Stanichu. I'm thankful for the conversations and the guidance over the years. I also want to thank and acknowledge Dr. Barr's efforts in growing the materials department to what it is today. I can assure you that Purdue Materials Engineering sets the example to others in academia for how to grow. Although he wasn't yet at Purdue when I was at school, I met Dr. Barr at Washington State before he came there when I did an NSF REU summer internship at Pullman, and I'm appreciative that he led that program. So yeah, looking back, Purdue was definitely my destiny, despite how hard I fought it. Of course, not to leave out the most important piece of my story, which is how I got here. I was standing on the giant pillars of my life, and I must acknowledge first my faith, And second, my family as the reason for my success. The example that my own mother set of working hard and giving the best of herself at work and at home was truly a role model second to none of how to be a working mother. She's since even went on to get her own degree as she had put that off to put her family first. My dad, despite his faults of being an IU fan, was always my biggest fan, and I'm thankful for that. Also, my little brother has kept it fun over the years. My husband has been in it with me since we met in 2003 as undergrads. His love, support, and understanding when I had to study or even write my thesis when we were on vacation or when I have to travel significantly for work has been a reassuring presence over the years. How lucky am I that I have someone who was willing, without hesitation, to put his own career in the back seat while I pursued mine. I'm forever grateful for his support and for our two little boys that make the world a brighter place. My best friend of almost 30 years, Samantha, also a Purdue grad, deserves a special thank you too for being with me on this journey. So thank you for this nomination and award within the materials engineering department. I'm humbled by it, and we all know we can't make it without materials. So boiler up.